With 1 in every 4 homes owning a dog, they are the nation's favourite pet. But for some, they are the targets for cruelty and abuse.
It's rare a job actually gets to you, but that was horrendous.
For nearly 200 years, the RSPCA have been there, protecting these amazing animals.
Please do not leave with the dogs.
You're not being now, you're not even...
These are the people for whom appalling treatment...
Look, he's not even going to hurt you.
Atrocious living conditions...
He hasn't got any access to shelter.
And severe neglect are unforgivable.
I've never seen anything as severe as this before.
They'll do everything within their power to ensure that man's best friend is properly looked after. These are the dog rescuers. Coming up, an early morning raid to rescue dogs suspected of being kept illegally. The Shih Tzu cross in desperate need of a haircut.
That's just going to get worse, darling. You know, it's not going to get any better.
And a pedigree dog starving to death.
Body weight of 16 kilograms, she should be more like 25 kilograms.
A drugs raid is the last thing you would expect to find the RSPCA caught up in. But today in South London, that's exactly what they are doing. The raid is happening because there's a suspicion of drug dealing at the property. But because one of the occupants is believed to be keeping animals illegally, they've invited the RSPCA along too.
She is in breach of a court order. Apparently, she's not allowed to keep animals, pets at the house, and we suspect she has 1 dog.
Inspectors Kate Fletcher and Becky London know what to expect as they've dealt with the woman on several occasions before.
We prosecuted her about 3 years ago for animal cruelty. She got done for she had 2 emaciated dogs and about 14 emaciated cats, which we removed, and they all got Cs, and all of them were deemed underweight.
It's unlikely she's probably got wind of us coming, but even if just knocking on the door, she'll start hiding the animals if she's got any in there, so...
Okay.
In 2012 alone, the RSPCA received over 80,000 complaints about cases of neglect and suffering, leading to over 2,000 prosecutions.
She actually got a ban for life on all animals. We've actually prosecuted her for breaching that, and we caught her with a couple of dogs and about 6 other cats. We've since had more calls come in from members of public to state that she now has a dog in the address and possibly she's feeding cats. So that's it. Let's go, all ready.
Given the woman's track record for hiding animals, it's imperative that the police and RSPCA get into the house before she has the opportunity to hide any she may be keeping.
I can hear about 2 dogs inside.
It's 7:40 a.m.
It's the police, can you just open up?
and the police are going in. Even if they have lost the element of surprise. Once inside, the police detain 3 youths.
Got two in the bedroom.
As expected, dogs are being kept here. But there's no sign of the woman Becky and Kate are looking for. If she isn't found, then they won't be able to prove the dogs belong to her.
Can you get Jeffrey on a lead for me, please?
After such a rude awakening, Jethro, the Rottweiler, is clearly frightened and very aggressive.
Jeffro, come on.
Calm down.
Come on. We've got 2. This is Jeffro, the dog which we expected to see here. We'll just get him outside. And then we've got a surprise dog. Jeffro!
Jeffro's pretty nervous, but then you probably would be if you've got loads of bees coming in.
I think, yeah, the banging noise has probably frightened him. Jeffro, oh, let's get him in. Come on.
Jethro and Abby, the Jack Russell Cross, look to be in good health. But Inspector Kate Fletcher knows that's not the problem.
We're not here because there's any concerns about the dogs or we've got any intel that the dogs are in bad condition. It's more that she's been prosecuted in the past for having animals in bad condition, so she's banned, so that's fact of law. The question is, where on earth is she? Because that's why we came here early doors, really.
Despite finding the dogs, Kate and Becky have a problem. They can only take them if the woman who is banned from keeping animals is found with them at the property. And so far, there's no sign of her.
The owner of the house might have just popped out to the shop, so we're going to hang around here for a bit and see if she comes back with her shopping. So we're going to hopefully she'll turn up.
If not, then they'll have no choice other than to return the dogs. Find out later if Jethro and Abby can be rescued. The RSPCA encounter a wide variety of dogs on a daily basis.
Hello, Ollie. Hello.
But with more than 300 different breeds, officers never know what they're going to find. We're with Birmingham-based Inspector Hershey Bowl on her rounds. And the breed of dog she's visiting today will be a first for her, even after over a decade in the service.
OK, this one is about 2 Dalmatians. Now, there's a breed of dog we don't see much of.
With some breeds of dogs so much more popular than others, an unusual call like this can be a welcome break from the norm.
There's certain breeds of dogs that we see more in the Birmingham, sort of West Midlands area. Bull Terrier type crosses, German Shepherds and Rottweilers. You know, I've spent 13 years seeing staffies. Everybody's got a staffy in Birmingham, you know. Sometimes it's quite nice to see something different.
Hershey's responding to a call about 2 Dalmatians that are reported to be left outside, rarely fed and very thin.
Hello, from the RSPCA.
Right.
Had a call about some dogs, Dalmatians.
Yes, can you give me a minute?
Yeah, no problem.
Right.
I got quite excited actually because I was just saying we never see any Dalmatians.
Oh, right.
So...
Well, I've got one good one and one poorly one.
Oh, OK.
Dalmatians are a pedigree dog, but what some owners don't realise is that they're a high-energy breed that require lots of exercise and constant attention. And it only takes a quick inspection of the dogs before Hershey makes up her mind.
I'm taking the one Dalmatian, really thin. It is.
Elsie, the Dalmatian, is in an extremely worrying condition and needs to be examined by a vet immediately. At the moment, the reason as to how and why she got so thin are unclear, but Hershey suspects the owner may have breached the Animal Welfare Act.
Once the vet's had a look, I'll give you a bell, OK? And I'll let you know what's going to happen. But what I can't do is have too much of a conversation with you about it now, darling, OK? Because that would be done under an interview, under caution.
The owner is claiming that Elsie's been like this for 12 months. But Hershey doesn't believe she has been to the vet in that time and is struggling to understand why.
Nobody asks you to go and get a pet. Nobody asks you to go and buy a dog. Buy a dog as well. I mean, they went out and bought a dog, spent £300 on it. Didn't have to do that. She should have thought about the financial cost of, you know, having 2 dogs.
Elsie looks like she's incredibly malnourished, which may have weakened her bones, teeth and immune system, leaving her susceptible to illness. She could also be at risk of developing arthritis due to a lack of fat cushioning her joints. So it's vital the vet Darren Jennings examines her as quickly as possible.
That'd be what you'd expect, perhaps on her neck.
This doesn't fit, does it? It's got a scrawny little neck.
And has she been ill at all?
According to the owner, she's looked like this for 12 months.
You can see the top of her spinal processes, you can see her pelvic bones, you can see her ribs. She's got very little subcutaneous fat, it's just skin on bone. She's got some muscle loss and some muscle wastage as well. There's a few sores. You typically get these on dogs that are very thin, where their bones stick out, particularly in this place here. And she just looks typical of a dog that's malnourished.
With Darren suspecting that Elsie is malnourished, it's just as well that Hershey intervened when she did. Had she been left to get any worse, then Elsie may have died.
Oh, good girl. Stay there, Elsie, stay.
16.
Yeah.
Body weight of 16 kilograms, she should be more like 25 kilograms, I would think. So she's extremely underweight. You can see all of her bones. She's very hungry. The likelihood is that she's been underfed. I've got a Dalmatian, actually.
Oh, really? And what kind of weight is yours, do you know?
It must be about 25 to 30 kilos.
Really?
With Elsie weighing almost 10 kilograms less than she should, it's possible that she's been starving to death, and it's time for a much-needed meal.
That's a very hungry dog eating a lot of food.
All right, sweetie.
Because Elsie was kept outside with another larger Dalmatian, this could be the first time she's been allowed to eat all of her own food.
And obviously, if you feed two dogs together, the dog that's not dominant will not eat. It will go way into one corner and wait till the other dog's finished. And if there's nothing left, there's nothing left, is there?
To be absolutely certain that Elsie's malnourishment hasn't been caused by illness, Darren takes some blood samples.
Yeah.
Oh, what a star.
However, he's confident that all she needs is fattening up.
If you look at her again in about 3 or 4 months, if it is just feeding, she'll look completely different.
Because Elsie's owner has refused to sign her over to the RSPCA, Hershey needs the police to seize her under Section 18 of the Animal Welfare Act.
Obviously, my suspicions were right, and she is really, really underweight. Yeah, you agree?
Elsie will be kept in boarding kennels until Hershey can complete her investigation. In Birmingham, Inspector Hershey Bowl is continuing with her house calls, and this one is regarding a complaint about a Shih Tzu cross called Gizzy, who has an overgrown and dirty coat.
There's certain breeds of dogs, Shih Tzus and, you know, this kind of breed that need grooming, quite regular grooming and brushing daily. And if you don't do that, obviously they're going to get very matted.
Long-haired dogs do require more grooming than short-haired breeds.
Morning.
Oh, morning.
And if left, then the hair can become dirty and cause a host of health problems.
How old did you say Gizzy was?
About 10.
Okay.
10 years.
Obviously, Michael, he is very matted, isn't he?
Yes.
Very matted.
That's just going to get worse, darling. You know, it's not going to get any better.
Dogs with coats like Gizzy's need brushing on a daily basis, and if neglected, can quickly become so matted that drastic action is required.
I mean, you can't even see that ear. I can't even see that ear. There it is.
Yeah.
See, all of these dangly bits, they're all extra, aren't they? See now these mats?
Yeah.
They're so thick. Look at them.
Yeah, I know they're bad for him.
Really bad. It gets to the point where the dog is so matted he can't move.
Yeah.
This is beyond brushing. You're never going to brush
Yeah,
this.
it's got to be cut out. I'll cut it out with a pair of scissors, yeah.
Please don't cut him with the scissors, all right? Because
All right.
I'll be afraid that you'll nick his...
No, I wouldn't take any chance of it.
Even I wouldn't do it, Michael.
Yeah.
In cases like this, all that's usually needed is a bit of help and guidance to get owners back on track with caring for their pets.
What I think he's going to need is he's going to need to be shaved.
Yeah.
And it won't hurt if he's shaved completely.
Yeah.
And you start again. And it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine.
Okay.
And then it'll grow, and then what you need to do is keep on top of that.
Yeah, I will.
By grooming it. But
Yeah,
if we start from scratch,
Yeah.
he's going to feel so much better.
Oh, yeah, I
Isn't
know
he?
that.
When all that's off. Hey, you're going to look like a new dog.
All right, Giz.
Thanks for letting us have a look.
Yeah.
With Gizzy booked up for a short back and sides, Hershey will be back to check out his new look. In South London, Kate Fletcher and Becky London have joined the police on a raid. The woman who lives at this address has been reported by members of the public for breaching a ban from keeping animals, which is why the police have called in the RSPCA. So far, Kate and Becky have found 2 dogs, Jethro the Rottweiler and Abby the Jack Russell Cross.
Get the little one in. Abby.
Is that his name?
Abby, yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful, aren't you?
Putting Abby into a cage is one thing,
That's one.
but trying to move an anxious Rottweiler that weighs 120 pounds isn't so easy.
That's it. Ready? Jethro. Oh, biscuit. Oh, biscuit.
With over 9 years in the job between them, they know that situations like this can't be forced.
Basically, the animal dictates the time in how we handle it.
And Jethro is not a dog to be rushed.
Come on there, Jethro.
It's taken almost half an hour and several dog biscuits, but they have finally persuaded Jethro into his cage.
It just really saddens me that you see a dog that stressed. I hate it.
Okay, you have a nice...
But all of Kate and Becky's hard work could be in vain, because without the owner here in possession of the animals, there is no case.
The owner of this house is not here at the minute.
She's just got some odd scabs.
So because she's not here, and there's 3 occupants in the house, they could claim that the animals belong to them. Therefore, she will be off the hook because she's not here at the time.
The girls are hopeful that she'll return home. So in the meantime, they're searching the house.
Absolutely everywhere. So just have a quick look.
Because the woman in question has a history of hiding animals.
And in here. You never know, honestly.
And the girls are leaving no stone unturned.
Look in the garden, see if there's any dog mess around.
As in the past, the woman has even hidden pets in the loft.
Basically, I'm taking pictures of all the individual rooms just to show the environment that these animals are living in, because each room is just piled high with objects. It's not fit for an animal to live in, which is quite shocking. It's good to know. I thought I just heard a meow. I thought I just heard a meow. Did you just hear a noise?
Despite their extensive search for animals, Becky might have missed one.
I thought I heard something. There's another dog in here. Another dog. Got one more. I've got another dog in that locked door there. No.
It's another Jack Russell Cross puppy. But that isn't all they found.
OK, the actual owner's been hiding in the cupboard. She's there. So.
Remarkably, the woman who's been banned for keeping animals for life has been hiding in the toilet with the puppy for almost an hour.
Just come sit down. It's all right. It's all right. Just come sit down.
If we're going to just be honest with each other, are there any more animals that we haven't found? So how many animals is it in total?
2 cats and 3 dogs.
OK. So where we found the owner of the house hiding in there with the puppy. So that's good evidence for us that she was hiding. You know, now she's been detained, we'll obviously get her to the police station and we'll interview her now in regards to everything that's happened today.
Thanks to Becky's perseverance, the owner has been caught red-handed in possession of animals yet again, meaning that this morning's operation has been a success.
They recruit us for our investigation.
Yeah, oh my God. Good job that we've got good hearing.
Brilliant.
We are really happy. That is a result for the animals.
Brilliant. We couldn't have hoped for anything better.
The girls' determination has paid off. And the animals they've rescued today will be put up for rehoming. In Birmingham, Hershey Bowl is on her way back to see Gizzy, the Shih Tzu Cross, who's been for a much-needed haircut.
Gizzy was very, very, very badly matted, and the owner has got it groomed. So we're just going to go and see how Gizzy looks. Apparently he's been clipped very, very short. I'm quite excited about this. Hello, Michael. Looks incredible. I must feel so much better.
Oh,
it's like a different dog. You look so much better. Look at you. Hey, they did a good job. So now all you'll need to do is just make sure that once it starts to grow, that you groom. I'll do a little bit every day, Michael.
Yeah, I'll brush him a little bit.
Lovely.
Looking at Gizzy now, it's hard to believe it's the same dog that we saw a few days ago.
You're looking very, very, very handsome.
Now that Michael's seen the transformation in Gizzy, his other dog, George the West Highland Terrier, will be getting the same treatment.
I'm going to take George down next week.
Lovely. Look at that. I'm well impressed. I am well impressed. Less fur everywhere now. And you keep on top of it. And now underneath, you can see the dog's in good condition, you know, well fed. Oh, you look happier.
And Hershey's convinced that the £25 Michael spent on the haircut has had more than a cosmetic effect.
Now that all that fur's gone, probably feels happier.
Oh, he does.
Probably feels like a younger dog.
Yeah.
Excellent. So thank you very much, Michael.
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you.
Right.
Bye. That's brilliant. I'm really, really pleased. It's always very nice when you give somebody some advice about doing something and they agree with you. Just the dog looks so much different, just looks so much happier. It makes my day, actually, when this kind of thing happens. I could go home quite happy now. And a good end to the day, that was just nice to have a good moment in a day. So, yeah, I'm really pleased.
The 3 dogs rescued from the raid in South London were taken to Millbrook Animal Rehoming Centre in Surrey. 3 weeks on, and Abby, one of the puppies, is being collected by her new family.
Here we go. There we go. Thank you very much.
She may have only been at the rehoming centre for a short space of time, but Abby has already made a huge impression on the staff.
She's come out of herself a lot. She's a lot happier and friendlier around other dogs, you know, really keen to play and socialise people as well. So she's come on leaps and bounds. Volunteers and everyone have really taken a big role in that and brought her on, so doing really well.
There we go. Who's that?
Hello.
Abby has been adopted by the Barrett family from Surrey.
He's so sweet.
And it isn't long before she's the centre of attention in her new home.
We are looking forward to taking her for long walks and just playing with her,
time with her.
looking after her.
Yeah.
Throwing a ball around. Yeah, just all of that puppy stuff.
She seems happy enough. I think she was a bit anxious at first, but she seems to have settled in okay. Seems happy. She's exploring, running around, sniffing everywhere. Just being adventurous, really. It's good.
Jethro and the other puppy who were rescued with Abby in the South London raid are also doing well and waiting to be adopted by new owners.
Oh, look at you.
See, she looks so much better.
It's taken almost 3 months, but Elsie, the malnourished Dalmatian, has managed to put on some weight.
She's put on about 4.5, 5 kilos. And even now, she isn't drastically underweight anymore, but it wouldn't hurt for her to put on a few more kilos.
If she continues to improve, Elsie will hopefully be looking for a new home soon. Next time, tough decisions for an owner whose dog has been hit by a car.
It looks broken because he's not putting his leg down at all and it's swollen. If you don't do something, then you're breaking the law.
And a persistent inspector refuses to walk away after finding a case of repeated neglect.
I don't like being made a fool of, and she's making a fool of me, and that's stupid.